All right. Let's get going. Sorry for being. I'm within the 5 minute window. I'm on time, but I had to fix an issue with the character select. I didn't really fix it, but I figured a workaround. What the hell? Oh man, Richard said, "Won't lie, this week been stressful for you. My consistency's been helping you through, man. I'm just happy to be here, man. Thank you, man, and I hope you do okay, man. I don't know what the hell. I see something about Gunther Ring General. I'm assuming that's I see Amazonian, Pan African, Croatian. Is that I don't know what's going on. National. Oh boy, there's a lot of craziness going on in there, and I'm not translating. This is the Gunther theme, which I like the OG one. Wait, is this just long enough to get going? I might hit the dumbbells before going to bed. I'm sorry, man. Hopefully I can. I'd rather stream earlier than this, but I just. Shout out to LDG. I was hanging out with him for a little bit. I didn't walk, and shit, man. I wish I almost went later to the gym with so many motherfuckers in it. Let me turn this shit down. The music from the game and just the game in general, which we are going to get into. Is it going to pop up? Oh, sorry, we're in darkness. There we go. So I'm sorry, it's 2:36 yet. 2:36. You're 2 hours ahead. It's only midnight or 12:36. Zeus, go home. No, you're doing this on purpose. Move. Yeah, 0. So yeah, that was the issue. Character select. It stopped working, but if I just put this in the menu, I could get into the screen. Or I can't even paste. So I gotta type it in, which is gay and lame. But not only do we have 0, this is Super Mario 74, which is a hack. And I haven't played it yet, so I don't know how this works. So I mean, essentially, this is a Mario-based Mega Man game we're playing. I know a secret here. There's 4 stars in the level called Frozen Slide. Okay. So yeah, this is a whole new adventure ROM hack in the Super Mario universe. Tough luck, buddy. Bowser kidnapped Peach again. Who cares? And stole even more stars than last time. The reason? He even found 30 stars that were hidden in the toilet. What? No, we're not going to tell you which of those have been in the toilet. Collect them all. Anyway, what the fuck? That's bizarre. Oh, well, poor thing. Talk to 5 info tolls in this area before heading into the adventure. They give you some important advice. Well, all the stuff you do. By the way, hacked by Luigi Milord. Okay. So I'm sorry, Fabio. Hopefully we can stream at a more convenient time for you, man. Is my stream? I need to get rid of that stream list box. It's not even saying anything. Okay, 137. Okay. 137 for Richard. Instead of Peach, we saving Roll. Oh, the game still thinks we're saving Peach. See, it's a whole new map. They just used the assets and basically made their own game from it. With the 74, I expect it to be a comedy hack. It might be. I haven't played any hacks. No, that's not true. I played like a Luigi hack for Mario a while back. Oof. Ooh, my sinuses are killing me. 10 stars required to open this door. Okay. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, that Toad dialogue was comedic. Trying to be comedic. It was talking about some stars in the toilet. So, yeah, you're probably right. We'll see. Hopefully, it's just fun. I mean, I don't mind challenge, but it'd be too hard. Is you ready to talk? Come on, man. Oh, Jesus, I hate when this. Talk. There we go. Fucking hack. Toad number 5. People don't even recognize. I'm floating like 50 centimeters over the ground. So, because I hate being small. Was I supposed to? Oh, shit. I had so much. I had some wings, some spicy lemon pepper wings, and they were really hot. I'm supposed to tell you whom I don't know, I don't care. I just entertain you. It's a funny sentences. Is this okay for you? No. Well, how about this? Press A to jump. Awesome, isn't it? Now you know more than ever before. Not enough to tell you. So this is going to, you're right. I think you're right. Stop it on toes because one day they will unite, take over the Mushroom Kingdom, and delete all plumbers on Earth except for Luigi, okay? Yeah, now I got 0 in this weird thing. Never heard of you, even heard of it. Guess you do Star World. I guess there is another one on this thing called Star World, which I never played either. And just like, you know what? I don't feel like starting a new game real quick. Let's just, since this has a mod or a hack, let's fuck with that. And see, here you go with the Slender. Retro Richard. The fucking outrageous racism. Hey, Listless, aka OG. Just outrageous racism for no reason. Talk about with watermelon. What do you mean what you did? What did I do? You so used to your racism, you don't even know what you're doing. Like, what do you mean, huh? Star Wars a brown hat. Like Super Mario 64, yeah. For Super Mario's Star Roll, but for Mario 64. I know it Star Roll from Super Mario. I'm kind of greedy, wanting a lot of money to buy a car, house, spaceship, some galaxies. Well, you know what? I don't have enough coins to buy this nice. So listen to me, in this world, in the game, you can find tons of coins. I mean, wow, so much money. 15 of them here, more than 100. And if you collect 100 coins, yeah, you get a star. Okay. This guy here. That's not true. Richard. And shit, you more racist towards black people than anyone else. Talk about, oh, okay, I got some ways with watermelon. Even though watermelon is actually good for you. I mean, I probably should be eating more watermelon, but with your bigotry. Hey, Mike. So, I mean, I might try that Star Roll hack, too. So, wait, I saw these two. So, you got all 5? There's 3. And then there was 5 over there. So, where the hell's 4? See what I mean? Just like, you talk about trying to keep your brother down. You want to make sure nobody finds out about this channel. Just like the algorithm ain't bad enough. You got to make sure, yeah, we going to make sure the chat's fucked up. So there's no way this channel ever going to be recommended to anybody. He was just like, oh yeah, man, you know, thank you for getting through the week. Fuck your channel. Fuck your couch. Fuck your couch ninja. Fuck your couch. There we go. Number I forgot. Yeah, you're 4. Right here's the entrance to the first course because you can't get all of the stars yet. You need to find a red cap switch first. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere. I hope you are still good at jumping. As back in whenever the original came out, 96, 97, depending where you live. Who cares? Place too high for you. Try a combination triple jump or some wall kick. Bag ideas. Wait, what did he say? I missed. Oh, Jesus. You coming back? Talking to Toad has been the biggest challenge. Oh my God, why is it so hard? I'm gonna slice this motherfucking half. Talk. Okay, fuck it, it wasn't that good. How much do Chats Effect recommends? I'm not sure. Well, that's your channel. Oh, what the fuck? And my channel's been shadow banned for so long, it's just so fucked up. Oh shit, so that's not gonna work. Oh shit! Oh, I should hit that button. A little remix music. I may switch back to X at some point during this playthrough. Wonderful propaganda. You know what it was? Talking about politics. Talking about the coof. I still call it coof. COVID. Talking about COVID. Talking about politics. Which I was actually thinking about jank ass politics today. I was thinking about just like, man, how badly the right dropped the ball. Even if best case scenario they don't hit your orange man and he gets and they don't steal the election. Even if in best case scenario which that happens, which I don't think it will. Oh shoot, star. That's pretty easy.
Piece of cake.
Snow Shadow Bunny. But even if a best case scenario that happens, and at least that would extend the time they had. Oh Jesus! But there was an incredible opportunity to take the craziness of the left, and instead of just using it for some social clout and for some individual, where individual content creators were able to blow up relatively and make some good money. Instead of doing that, there was an opportunity to totally change the zeitgeist of the country, and they really failed. They really failed something fierce by just wanting to be the left's opposite. Just, you know, when they say defund the police, you just blindly back to blue. And they forgot what was the orange man's most kind of I don't know if market was the right word, but why so many people who maybe you would think not vote for him did, which was a lot of populist and more people friendly stuff. Instead, you know, the right doesn't even back him unless it's election time anyway. And then outside of the goofy ass YouTubers who just back him for clout. And it's like, man, oh shit, something up here too. Yeah, I'm slicing Goombas. You know what? Options. Is it miss? Service settings, maybe. I'll start collection, stay at level. He's got some cool combos. Oh Jesus. We got this weird shit. Oh man, what the fuck? This is a hack. Orange man for life, for life. Well, he's only gonna run one more time. There's no plan after he leaves. There's no plan after he leaves. There's a bunch of infighting. There's a bunch of losers who have the microphone in the quote unquote conservative space who just want to argue with leftists and get some clickbait money so they can trick on hoes. And it's like, man, if you that's it. Or yell at their wives about how they don't love them no more. That's all they want to do. Yes, that was a Crowder reference if you didn't catch it. But it's just like, you know, that's cool and all. You know, I get capitalism. I'm not saying you have to say, you can still make your money. I'm not telling you not to monetize shit or not to make money. I'm just saying, hey, what you can't do is be lazy. What you can't do and what you can't just like, oh, you know, something's woke. Let's make a video about it and that's it. You got to actually start providing solutions. You got to actually call account when motherfuckers, you know, instead of being so quick to yell at a personality for not agreeing with you, like the left, basically being your own worst enemy, so to speak, or being like the people you criticize. Maybe hold accountable the actual politicians and actual political individuals that actually, you know, you talking about Congress, you talking about all the motherfuckers who have an R by their name, who use it when it's convenient, but then when it's time to actually back something real, they nowhere to be found. Hell, y'all should have pushed back on Orange Man with the bump stop ban, but there's no principles. It's just, hey, it's the same thing as like CNN. Well, Trump gives us clout and gives us looks, so we're just gonna keep talking about him. Rather it's in the positive and the negative, it's the same gimmick. Who's after Trump? Harris and AOC. If Trump doesn't win, listen, there's not gonna be. We're basically gonna go into a uniparty with the Democrats, regardless, because of the failure of the conservatives as a whole. There's nothing stopping it, unless the Orange Man somehow gets this one and they pull their heads out of their asses long enough to realize, okay, we actually have to set down the framework. What the hell happened here? Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of jank with this mod. But if he can somehow win that, give him time to actually establish a more cultural, but I mean, there's just too much unprincipledness. There's too much lack of actual principles, and just like I said, just want to use the Orange Man's popularity for their own gain. That's really what the shit's about. That's why, honestly, I still think both sides is corrupt and all that good stuff, but I don't really have as much of a problem with the Orange Man as I do a lot of the rank and file blind supporters who just worship humans. I mean, a lot of the shit he's running on sounds great in theory, but national anthem, trans people are my friends. Not gonna lie, for our future president might be a 9-year-old man because your generation in politics. That's probably not the worst idea not to be in politics, man. Because politics is just a grift. The conservatives let themselves be taken over by grifters and just had such a human worship spirit. That's why Eric July was able to make so much money selling them fucking assets from what you call it. Oh shit, ain't nothing up here. What was it, like fucking Unity assets or whatever the fuck it was, or the equivalent? He was able to sell them, public domain or whatever the assets. I don't know the specifics, but they were either public domain or generic assets in those comics. Allegedly. And he was able to sell this shit to the conservatives because they were so just needing gratification, needing clout, constantly having to answer the left's issues of like, oh, well, you guys are racist. Oh, look at this black man. We suck. The need to tokenize, the need to be adapted. Oh, Nicki Minaj agrees with us. We'll ride for him, or we'll ride for her, and then we'll make fun of WAP, which is, Cardi B ain't nothing but her musical daughter, but Cardi B made WAP, and we can get clout. It's just that clout chasing mindset that the thought leaders of the conservatives and or the allowing the clout chasers to have so much pull, to allowing the Ben Shapiro's and the Candace Owens, and not saying that nothing they say is interesting or correct or any level, but they became the ones pushing everything. It's like, well, I know you think that they're more sophisticated than some of the celebs, that talk shit. I know there's a bunch of celebrities now on this Kamala Black thing. I think even Slim Thug, someone I'm just gonna vote for her because she's black. All this DL Hughley, all these goofies. I like Slim Thug, but I don't agree with him. But in this case, all these goofies just, you black, vote Democrat. I mean, a lot of the conservatives are only slightly better, and they limited this. You know what I'm saying? All they can say is the left is bad. And even when you got a guy who, despite all his trappings, this is not an endorsement for the Orange Man, but as bare minimum has been the most charismatic candidate with all the past 3 election cycles. I think that's indisputable even by his biggest critics that he was the most charismatic in 2016 and 2020 and even currently. And that whole movement is just going to be wasted. It's just going to be the afterthought, and you will have done nothing with it culturally or long term. You have done nothing to stop the left you hate so much. Nothing to stop their cultural push. But at least some of y'all made a little bit of money and got a little clout. I'll say nothing they say is interesting. Yeah. If you read I'll Bet You're Not a Racist. Yeah, if you bought that comic and prove you wasn't racist. And they were so quick to care about that. And to even humor some of this gibberish. They humored the left. Oh, the left said defund the police. Well, let's back the blue. Oh, the left said this. They just react like puppets to whatever, like almost like a little brother and a little sister sort of thing. Oh, you said this, so I said that. You said red, I said blue. You said white, I say black. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever you say, the opposite. Oh, this is Zero, not female Megan. Wait, I don't know. I don't want to assume. I always assume gender that Zero is a male. I may be incorrect at that. I don't know what gender Zero is, to be 1,000%. But this is actually a Mario mod. This is a modded Mario 64 where I'm playing with Mega Man characters. Let's see. You read Ahmed. You're not racist. If you don't vote blue, you're not black. I'll be glad to take Croatian citizenship. Tired of brothers and sisters anyway. Black people. I still love brothers and sisters. And there's motherfuckers. Shout out to this dude I seen recently. His name, I think it's John Hope Bryant. He's a brother, but he's more focused on economics. And I think that's a much more interesting thing to focus on, a much more worthwhile thing to focus on than a bunch of bullshit. I could offhand tell you his politics. I'm not saying I never saw a video of his politically, but I smoke a lot of weed. My memory ain't like that. But I would assume he probably leans a little bit more right. But either way, he's just focused on economics, and he's focused on economics for people, for blacks and poor whites. He's a brother. He leans a little bit more with the black, but he says just in general, just the poor and the economically impoverished, and he talks about some of the not basic but statistics, like what is it, like 70-80% of Americans are one paycheck from poverty, or one pink slip from poverty, I should say, myself included. You know what I mean? Shit, I even had something this week. Yeah, I'll read your comments in a second. I'm just trying to get around this low. I think I already been on all this stuff. I had an incident this week. Kind of remind me of my job mortality. So the long and short is I work for a company, but I really work for the client that we have. And in HR terms, they hadn't renewed my contract with that client. And it really just took a couple hours of paperwork they just had did it in the system. But there was a small part of me that was like, oh shit, if I've been quietly fired, reassigned, you know what I mean? That was a real reality. A couple hours it got sorted out. But that was a real reality I had to face for a good couple hours. Oh man, what's going to happen? Am I really, maybe I'm going to be reassigned. Maybe my job is going to be eventually taken from me. And that's still on the table just because of the economy in general. But I had to kind of stare down at the barrel of it for a second. You know what I'm saying? Just because of a clerical error. But it just kind of reminds you, hey, ain't shit guaranteed, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Let's see, what you guys are saying? Oh, yeah, nothing to say. Rich, tell me, will you get citizenship so I can leave? I'll take your kidneys before I send you to some bridge trolls? Sure you will. Why is there a pencil in bro's arm? I have no idea. And actually, I gotta change characters now. Didn't mean to do that. What the hell I just do? I accidentally opened up this Imperium shit. This is great for what you call it? Let's actually go with X. Because he can do this. That's cool.
Mission accomplished.
But yeah, I had that thought about just like, man, I'm not even conservative, man. But like, this was a real opportunity to do something, man. Nah, and they sure talked the game. Fucking Crowder. Oh, this is a movement or whatever the fuck he was talking about. It's like, man, it could have been, but y'all just wanted to argue with blue hair weirdos and use them to get clicks. So it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's all fine. I'm not saying that the world should be more conservative. Relatives, you know, we know this is a two-party uniparty, and even Trump winning is still. All Trump winning means is the people who want to take one last hit of that capitalism blunt. It's like, hold on, before we end the system, man. Because Rome is gonna fall, Babylon's gonna fall. There's no way around that, man. How many of these I got? Yeah, 4. But just want to we have one last sweet cap. Because like I said, you know, I don't see the conservatives ever really pulling their heads out their ass. Especially, I mean, shit. Look at the art. Look at them yelling at Rogan, who probably did more for conservatives socially and culturally than any single human, about RFK. And then I was actually watching a dope video RFK had. We was talking about some of the shit I've been talking about with the food system. Some real practical stuff. And, you know, it was a lot of MAGA. I'm like, wait a second. Y'all were just yelling at people for being pro this guy, but now he's on the orange man side. So y'all so turncoat. Y'all so unprincipled. That's just, oh yeah, he's cool now. Because, you know, orange man. It's like, Jesus. That human worship is unbecoming. It's you know. Just some bullshit. It's long and short, man. But it is what it is. Always just a containment strategy. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the reality of the situation. And what was sadder still is there were individuals, and maybe you can even argue the fandom menace on some level was this. There were motherfuckers who still had their ability. Okay, yeah. There's establishment neocon. I mean, the Daily Wire is almost. Hey, Fizz. They're almost open neocons, right? So okay, yeah, there was established neocon shills, but there were people who still got a chance to make a voice or to say something, and all they did is emulate those established neocon shills because they wanted clout. It was just clouded the whole situation, basically, long and short. And hey, Fizz, we're playing more Mario 64. Only this one is Mario 74, and we're still not using Mario because fuck all that. So this has become a Mario-centric Mega Man experience, which I don't know how long we'll play this as far as stream-wise, or even for this stream. But it's, you know, fun distraction. But you're right. They were always, at the end of the day, a lot of this was just neocon bullshit. Neocon and neoliberals arguing about minutia, and that's all they wanted it to be anyway. They didn't really, you know. And that's why you got to remember that. You got to remind yourself that even if, no matter what side you're pro or what side you think has better ideas or whatever, that's why, you know, I'm not about to yell at the liberals for what? I mean, because it's not like first off, the orange man is a liberal. Let's establish that. He is, by definition for the history of what liberalism has been, he is a classical liberal. At his most quote unquote far right, which is, maybe a constitutional populist. I mean, I've heard other descriptions of his political ideology, but he was a New York Democrat for most of his life. And like I said, there's definitely been liberalness to his policies. Now, obviously, we're in a very extreme partisanship era, but even though I don't think the far right, quote unquote, is as far right ideological as they are just extreme in and of themselves, and really just extreme pro-orange man individuals. It's not even like they ideologically are so far right per se. They just have a very passionate love affair with Donald Trump. Part of it was the defiance that the quote unquote liberal media allowed them to have. It's like, just wear that MAGA hat is this act of real defiance of the system, and to be a Trump supporter. That's why there's young Trump supporters. We got what's his name in the chat. This may come as a surprise. That rebelliousness. If you're a young black or Latino or whatever, saying you're a Trump supporter, like, not, that's just rebellious. You know what I mean? It's more rebellious than having a piercing or whatever at the family table. So that sense of rebellion is a huge marketing point of the orange man. You're a rebel. You're this. You're different. You're something else. And I think a lot of people were just satisfied with that. They didn't really care what the motherfucker said. Like I said, the stuff you talk about with the taxes and the marijuana and legalization, and I'm pro all that shit, bro. Look at this TikTok mentality, ill teen. Isn't it retarded? Whatever you do, don't look at the biggest wealth transfer, in human history that's happening, right? And then just think of, and every now and again, maybe they would mention it, but they didn't really, you know what I'm saying? It was they would mention it. They really wouldn't mention it. You really didn't even get people mention that. It was just, look at these blue-haired TikTok, Tumblr, Twitter motherfuckers. Aren't they scary and weird? And can you believe this is the modern era? Liberals, am I right? And nothing important mattered. And then after, this is the biggest wealth transfer ever. I would say the most valuable thing conservatives did was discourage people from the jab. That was some actual valuable cultural things. That was an actual valuable cultural thing to happen. That was I would say by far and away the most culturally valuable thing the conservatives did with this. Because I mean, as we know, it fucking saved lives. I saw somebody else. Oh, Kevin Samuels. So I guess his cause of death was a what is it called? Myocardial infraction, whatever the fuck. So I don't know if he was a jabber, but that cause of death. Y'all know the fucking phrase. I can't say it because I can barely speak regular English, and that's fucking medical. But yeah, apparently it was a myocardial infraction, which in recent years has been associated with the jab. And so I just found that out. So that's one valuable thing the fucking conservatives did. They discouraged people away from that. And they provided, at least, even if, I ain't got the joke of family members, you a Trump supporter or some shit. You got a MAGA hat because you don't want to get a jab. Even though he's the one who brought the jab out, but that's a whole other can of worms. But that's the one, like, okay. Because anyone who didn't do it potentially say they lies. No turbo cancer, no, instant death. Not gonna lie, these are weird. But to bash confused teenagers is wild, yeah. But that's all they still do. I keep seeing Charlie Kirk yelling at kids on college campuses and making his little commercials with his little S curl. He ain't got nothing valuable to contribute to society. You have less value than Cardi B, because at least Cardi B is kind of gross. But I mean, at least people can, I guess, beat off to her or something. I don't know. Not, you know. I heard that her hygiene. We was talking about that the other day about hygiene. She apparently her twerk win is a problem. That's where the phrase twerk win even came from. It's apparently, at least when she first started, didn't really take care of herself hygienically. So that's grotesque. That's always like, even if you were into that, it's like, that box is not clean, man. That smell like must and other men's semen. That's a nasty combination, nasty work. But my point is, a guy like Charlie Kirk or one of these motherfuckers, they got less value than somebody like that. Because at least, you know, there's the lust. You know, some people find, you know, it's her, Sexy Red, all these other nasty hoes denigrating the black woman culturally. Conservative Inc. was all pro-jab initially when they assessed the temperature as subscribers and voters to change the story. Yeah, you're right. I remember. I think Bishop, was it Bishop? He might have died on that hill being pro-jab. Cardi B interviewing Biden. That's crazy that they happened. Right? I don't even remember it. I didn't watch that shit. But you're right. And you know what? To add that point, that means that was actually the conservative base, and that's really who I'm more critical of than anyone is the actual normal motherfuckers. Instead of just being so quick to gloat and gloss. Speaking of slut rappers, when a motherfucker like Nicki Minaj says something you like, because you have lost so much cultural value over the course, and you, even with the zeitgeist of the most charismatic presidential candidate since Barry Soto, you still didn't, you know, get the job done. Because you wanted to argue with tweens and Tumblr motherfuckers and talk shit. You didn't really want to do anything. You wanted to talk shit and have streams and just accomplish nothing. You wanted to basically do what Pat Bev does on defense, be tricking y'all thinking he playing defense, but he just running around doing nothing. That's exactly what the conservatives wanted to do. They wanted to give you Pat Beverly / what's the goofy motherfucker, the tall Frenchman, I can't think of, Rudy Gobert. Just look like you playing defense, look like you doing something, but really don't want to accomplish a goddamn thing. Don't want no accomplishments, don't want change. And really, trust me on this one, buddy, a lot of conservatives much rather the orange man lose so they can complain about Harris for the next 4 years. Because they know that'll be in the same way motherfuckers from CNN or some of these other liberal media places want Orange Man to win so they can complain about him for the next 4 years. You know what I'm saying? That's what they really want. Why lie? The culture be lit.
Mission accomplished.
Clown World, yeah. Red, wow. Red posted a picture holding a Plan B. It's some thirsty brothers out there. It's some rage clicks power the economy. Well, it can power your personal economy. Let's not kid ourselves. And all this criticism, and my criticism is they could have still made their money just because it was handed to them on a platter by the radical left. Not to use that term, but I mean, the gender thing, the blue hair, the bullshit, the putting gender everywhere, the pronoun, all this shit. That shit was it's so ridiculous that it wins you votes on accident. Just to be, hey, this is ridiculous. No one can. Why don't you think that they, even in a situation where they're probably going to steal it, they're not as radical as now as they were in 2020. Yes, there's still woke stuff. There's still this, but they're not as just wildly reasonably radical as they were in 2020, because they know, okay, that's too far. That's gonna get us fucking nowhere. And they gotta at least make this shit look close, right? They gotta at least make this shit look close. And they know, and they really didn't last time, but nobody gave a fuck. I mean, I guess a few brave souls who went on January 6th thinking something other than the psyop was gonna happen. Maybe they did, but look how that turned out. Instant scam is more brain rot than ever. I go on the reels, I'm seeing some random sus Masonic videos. Nothing official algo, just a bunch of weird shit. Wow. What in this gender thing? Yeah, what does your ID and birth certificate say? Just say birth certificate, because they might be able to change their ID. Man, this gender thing is a work. It's just a bunch of teenagers. People like feeling rebellious. I'm just talking about, wearing that red hat makes people feel rebellious. Putting dyeing your hair some random color and saying you got pronouns make you feel rebellious. When you got a bunch of tattoos, you feel rebellious. You know what I mean? This ain't. It's signing. Yeah, that's nothing. Just using racism where it didn't apply. If you don't like obese chicks, you're racist. Like, what the fuck? This shit is so ridiculous. It shouldn't even have been dignified. But so many old loser motherfuckers just wanted to seem like, oh, look at this. Oh, you know how these kids are today. These, they just want genders and pronouns and shit. Like, nobody gave a fuck about this shit. It was fake. But y'all, it wasn't a real thing. It wasn't real motherfuckers out here in these streets talking about, oh my God. It was like two motherfuckers. Like, I did see a video of some lesbian in the gym complaining about men. There's a few of these dumb hoes. But that wasn't no real thing. It was just something that went viral every few weeks. There's another dumb bitch. Deciding gender at birth. Gender's a construct. What type of gibberish? It's you dignified. Shit shouldn't even dignify with a response. Some of this just absolute idiocy. And y'all dignified it because talking about it, especially in that moment of the between 2016 and 2020, and then 2020 would be the hottest part of that. It was like, oh man, there's just so much clout here. It was just so much clout to be had, and you could have still had it and still kind of pushed. So if you would have been more solutions oriented and less quick to human worship, you really could have done something, and you still could have made your money. You still could have sold your Sherry's berries and your My Patriot Supply, but that was too complex. So you just said, Orange Man good, Lefty bad. We're, mainstream media news bad, which, I don't disagree with the mainstream media news bad shit, or even the lefty crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Or lefty bad, but it's just like, I don't know. This could have been a movement, man. It could have just been more. And the truth is, Babylon's gonna fall, and there may have been no stopping it, but whatever chance of stopping it died when everybody just decided to just chase fucking clout instead of actually doing something more than yelling at teenagers and teenagers on the internet. And again, Babylon's gonna fall no matter what the fuck happened. That's the truth. Oh shit. I'm getting smacked. That's the unfortunate truth. But it could, didn't necessarily have to be all like that. Hey.
Mission accomplished.
The pandemic really fucked people. Yeah, it did. Myself included. Shit, I'm still recovering. There's a reason I'm jive fucking enormous, and I got this big back activity. When the woke first appeared, people was better off staying quiet. You're not wrong, bro. Just let this shit. This is just a phase for some weirdos, man. But instead, it got blown up, and both people got caught up in the making the quote unquote right people mad. Both sides. Let's make the quote unquote right people mad. and just got caught up in minutia and just irrelevance. I give a fuck about these genders. I give a fuck about this economy, man. I give a fuck about the fact that there's no jobs. I give a fuck about the fact that, you know, if you do find like I said, I'm a big bag motherfucker. If you do find a restaurant, even one that's good, even one that people like, ain't nobody fucking in there because there's no fucking money. Nobody even noticed it until McDonald's and Nike said, hey, where's our useful idiots that we're used to spending a bunch of money? Where's the motherfuckers that spend, what they call them, heavy users that go to McDonald's 3, 4, 5 times a week? They're not showing up. The people who buy Nikes with every check, they're not showing up. Oh, they're too fucking broke to afford any goddamn thing. Uh-oh. The economy's in trouble. We've been milking these motherfuckers dry, and now they finally done dried the fuck up. What the fuck do we do? You said never date another chick doesn't have a good father. That's probably a safe bet. That's probably a safe bet, brother. Listen, and she can still be a massive psychopathic hoe even with a good father. Let's just keep it real. But you talk about risk management. If she doesn't have a father in her life, she's probably for the streets. And even if she does, she's probably for the streets. People couldn't stay quiet, won't operate provoking a reaction from the non-woke. Yeah, that was their thing, and all they did is react. They didn't create a solution. They didn't speak common sense. They just, and I'll give you this, it was some radical shit to see. A lot of shit to say about just like, what the fuck, just leave it alone, watch it disappear. Yeah, it's just, it ain't gonna go, like, it has no ability to go anywhere. Okay, a few companies want to toss pronouns in, but you see it already has kind of died down. Yeah, you might get your game or something with all these different genders, and yeah, you know, there's actors that identify as whatever, but the shit's kind of calmed down. If somebody really feel that way about themselves, God bless them. I don't really give a fuck, as long as they ain't messing with the kids. But we see it. It's shit. These celebrities can't stay away from the goddamn kids. But don't really leave that can of worms alone. They talked enough about fucking Sean Combs to last a goddamn lifetime. Need you a woman with a father. Current episode, he doesn't have a dad because he passed away. That's better than nothing, man. Could just said this is funny, but like, bro, it's male or female, and that's it. Yeah, it shouldn't have been like you're making documentaries on what is a woman. It was a few segments. It's a few segments on a show, and you walk away. You don't dignify this shit. You don't dignify stupidity. You don't dignify something. You know what I mean? Insanity. That's just, it's insane to do. Shit. You know, just like, oh, this person just said something that makes no fucking sense. You're like, oh, okay. They scared to read the Bible, even though they want to hide fucking Melanie Mack trying to pray away her whoreness. You should be the only way you should be that's another thing. Who let these women in, man? I'm not trying to be funny, but okay, we know that, or at least just going back to the ISOM thing, there was this semi-conservative, I don't know if white guilt's the right word, but just to prove that the left was wrong and that we are tolerant. So see, there's a gay conservative and a black one and a Latino one. Instead of doing that, just fucking promote motherfuckers that talk sense, and you'll find some brothers and sisters and people of different backgrounds. But they wanted to push that shit and answer for that for some fucking reason. And in doing so, you're gonna platform some dumb hoes. You're gonna platform a lot of dumb hoes who ain't got nothing to say, like a Melanie Matt, or what's the one hoe that's actually been around for a minute, and culture. Just these dumb hoes. Listen, man, there's a reason that in 2016, even liberal Caucasian women, the most liberal, pro-women, feminist group you can fucking find, some of them said, you know what? I can't let this hoe be president. Some of them was in the ballot box. They may have said to their friends, fuck Trump and all this, but they saw Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. They said, nah, I cannot let. They thought about every female boss they ever had that was bitchy to them. They thought about every bitchy auntie and bitchy cousin, and they said, you know what? On second thought, not gonna do it. And they hit Donald Trump, and they never told nobody. But we know that they did it statistically. That is a real thing. There's a reason there were women that do that, because women, to quote Al Bundy, women know each other and they hate each other. Women know women better than anyone else, and they hate each other. And that may not be the exact quote, but that's the spirit of it. And sorry, lovely sheriff, you like, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just trying to be real. If you're still here. But instead of just recognizing that, some of these simps, some of these culture vulture spirit, hey, happy dinosaur, they was like, oh, well, we got to get some women in because we got to prove that we're not racist and sexist, so here's a woman. And yeah, listen, if a Tulsi Gabbard, even though I think a lot of people just want to sniff her draws, but okay, if a Tulsi Gabbard come through with some sense, okay. But Melanie Mack and Coach, some of these other bitches, they should, even Candace Owens, and she make more sense than others, but like, did you really have to push this bitch as hard as y'all push this bitch? Because at the end of the day, it's still like, I'm not trying to be a misogynist pig or nothing. I'm just saying, like, even the Bible said, you know, there's a hierarchy, man. There are a few women that can lead, but a few. It's not like it's common. Listen, every man can't fucking lead. Every man shouldn't be at the head of every fucking thing. Some people are better in a service role, and there's very few women that should be the head of your whole cultural thought leaders. But we need clout. We got to prove that we're not racist. So here's a black and a female chick. See, we're not what you think. It's like, nah, this bitch, this old argumentative ghetto bitch. That's why she not to go retro Richard, but this old argumentative hoe that y'all the platform just because she a black woman. I mean, listen, I smash, but that don't got nothing to do with nothing, man. Like, she's this old this old organized hood rat that y'all gave a fucking platform. So, you know what I mean? She's an articulate hood rat, bro. No disrespect. That's me being matter of fact. And y'all fucking gave that whole platform just so y'all wouldn't feel bad about them calling you racist and calling you sexist. God damn. Y'all deserve to lose. Y'all really do. Y'all really deserve to lose over some shit like that. I'm just being real with you. I'm probably gonna lose health, speaking of. Just trying to get this fucking coin. Start here. Oh, you was behind? That's alright. It's always lame. Women not supposed to be a leader unless your name Diana Prince. Women love destroying each other. Your mom said your enemies of women's biggest enemy is another woman. Your mom wasn't wrong on that. Mom's the old mean Baker scene. Baker sits outside of Occupy protest, and he said introduced him into identity politics, right? Whoever has an issue with my opinion, what's going on in this world, these weirdos, is enough proof. I'm be real, I'm not finding these people because you're willing as a man to be with another man. What your mind stopping you? Yeah, doing all the Diddy shit and the piece of stuff. You're not wrong. That's why. Hey, Sharita Brown. And you know, I hope what I said, hey, offensive. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to be as genuine as I can. I'm trying to be as matter of fact as I can. I mean, shit. I'm just a motherfucker on the internet, but I'm dead ass. So I appreciate you being here, Sharita. I didn't see you. I'm sitting here rambling about politics, which politics matter. I can't sleep no matter how I'm trying. Yes, this is X. To talk your shit. Hey, Kai! I've been meaning to check out your site. Shit. Feel free to promote it, but I appreciate you being here, Kai. Get wrecked. Diddy. 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Was it 800 dildos, man? And yes, this is a mega. This okay. This this is a Mario 64 that's modded, and on top of being modded, one of the mods that is additional mod is fucking. We got Mega Man. Yes, Mega Man X, and X specifically. And we can also play as Zero and a few other characters. And so, yes, it's a modded version of Mega Man on this. It's not even me hating, but what else do they want me to think? They're so idiotic and strange. Like, what do you want me to think? And listen, I feel for women because of the culture that has told them that destroy your body for random, that has told them random dick is the most important thing to pursue, and it told them to be in a workplaces where you don't even when you're not even happy. I couldn't tell you how many women throughout the course of me working in this shit, you know, I don't want to talk too much shit. I just complained about, or be like, oh man, I hope I can keep my job, hope nothing crazy happen. But I've seen a lot of women in the corporate world try to leave it, and some successfully so, to go have kids and be a stay-at-home mom. So it's like, okay, you know, no disrespect, but you just took all these resources in order for you to become an employee, including, you know, college resources, maybe went into student debt, and then, you know, some people older than others, so it wasn't always the case, but in a lot of cases, well, now you're just a stay-at-home mom, better than being a single mom, granted, but it's like, well, okay, so all that, all the trading resources for you, and I'm not, again, you got the right to do whatever. It's a free country, free planet, and goddamn it, don't just be a cog in the fucking corporate nothing ass system. But it's like, well, you know what I mean? Like, all you really did is take these resources, use it for a little bit, and then split the first chance you got, because you didn't really want to. You didn't really want to be in the corporate world, and you got the right to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, by you doing that, whether you meant to or not, you help lower wages. And I hate saying that because we know that there's so much corporate greed that they gonna keep the wages low regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. Sometimes we talk about these things in principle, but in practice, the reality is they're gonna do whatever the fuck they can to profit. Anyway, so let's see. So your brother's ex-wife divorced him because he had her too comfortable and in a position where she didn't have to work. She ended up struggling and wanted to be with him again. Wow. Yeah, that's true. Good point. You rather she stayed? All in all, probably not. But if enough girls do that in mass, now we don't have a family structure. And we got a bunch of broken families and bitter motherfuckers. And then some of these motherfuckers, what do? They hop on the internet, they grab them some TRT, they get them a cigar, and they start telling you all this red pill shit about women. See, I only got these stars. I'm trying to find this last red coin. Like, yeah, my wife divorced me, and now she want me back. Red pill, big time. Am I right? Women, am I right? Even though all women staying home. That's true. That's why I don't. That's why I kind of hesitate to say it. They gonna figure a way. And shit, that's another thing. Boy, howdy. And coming from Michigan, I saw when I was a youngster, I saw the tail end. And even though a lot of import drama and trauma had already happened before I was born, but I saw the tail end of there were still some jobs that existed to seeing no jobs that exist and seeing places become ghost towns and no one having anywhere to work And one of the most, the biggest wealth transfer was the pandemic. And I'm probably about to, unfortunately, drown X looking for this damn red coin. But before that, one of the biggest stifling of wealth, one of the biggest poverty creating practices was the shipping of all of the jobs to, I guess I'll just get this to survive. Shipping all the jobs, all the manufacturing to different countries, be it China, be it Mexico, Indonesia, wherever. And that was the whole West. Not just America did that; they did that in Britain. So all these working class individuals, they just lost everything. It was like now there's nothing left. The idea of you going, that you had where you could come out of high school, get a job at the plant, take care of a family, and they had that run from. And it wasn't easy. Sometimes you get fucked up at the plant. People still get fucked up at the plant, even with all the little safety standards. But even with all that said, you could potentially. Is there another? No. Oh, that's what it is. Oops. Potentially get a job at a plant with a high school degree. Sometimes not even a high school degree. And be able to take care of your family and buy a house. And maybe it wasn't in the best neighborhood, maybe it wasn't the best house, but you had a little home ownership. And maybe if you was lucky, you worked long enough, you get a pension from the plant. And they had a good 40, 50 year run of this. From the end of the Great Depression to really the 70s. But the process started in the 70s. It took a while for it to complete. So from the late 70s until the mid 90s was the process of every single plant going to Mexico, to China, to whatever, and then basically dramatically increasing the trade that we have with China. You need 5 years of college in the plant? Shit. Bangladesh. That's another country. Did a lot of all the clothes made in Bangladesh and Indonesia and shit like that. So the stuff used to be made in America, and that's no longer true because not to be a socialist, but capitalism is everyone want to be Prop Joe. Everyone want to buy for one, sell for two. And okay, you can do that. But if you do, whoever you buying from one for, you know what I'm saying? Well, that's the thing. Buying for one, selling for two wasn't enough. They want to buy for one, sell for 10. That's really the thing. We talk about these Crocs. This Crocs that cost $150. We know they cost 30 cents to make max, but they still could charge $150 if they can find the idiot dumb enough. I cannot find this red coin. The whole life is made in China. Everything made in China. The Simpsons. But everything made in China. Everything made not in America. And those were all jobs that existed that allowed people to feed their families with a high school education. And we took it all away. And we didn't get anything for it. We got nothing for it. We got an ass to kiss. We got college debt for it. We got a generation that's given up all hope of everything for it long term. And it's apparently homelessness, and I've talked about it, but homelessness is illegal in a lot of places, which is crazy because it literally forcing people to become homeless, yet making it illegal. Like, what type of shit is this? Can you believe this shit? Maybe I thought I got this, but Yeah, let's ship most of our manufacturing to a rival state. That move will all cause sort of problems, but we'll get filthy rich. Absolutely. What can I say? They call it Gen Z for a little last letter of the alphabet. They named it Gen Z. They couldn't name it anything else. Yeah. And they knew what they was doing when they called it Gen X to even count down to Gen Z. So they called it Gen X. If for some reason they called the Gen Y the millennials just to give it a cool little name, give it something different. And then now it's Gen Z / Zoomers. But yeah, why call it Gen Z? That's the end of something. And next generation is Alpha, which if we're talking about a program, Alpha is before the quote unquote beta, and that would make Generation C the release. You know what I'm saying? If using the alpha beta thing, which means Generation C is the generation for which everything they want to establish, for the most part, will have been established for. They will be the own nothing and like it generation. For sure. I mean, we're all getting that, but by then it will be ubiquitous. It will be the standard way of living. It will be all they could possibly imagine. Post social credit score, post, maybe even post chips. We got Neuralink is already here. AI is already here. Spying through technology has been here for 20, 30 years. And so now maybe we give everybody, maybe Generation C is the Neuralink generation. We're going to have a cataclysm before that. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. The cataclysm probably is going to happen soon. Brave New Man for Brave New World. That's also a very good point, Richard. Technically, they're AA. Hey, Forbidden Ruin. You're right. There are barely any Generation Alpha. So how many think Generation Alpha is supposed to be the fathers and parents of Generation C? Because you really skip a generation. Gen X. I'm a millennial. Sometimes you might have the next generation, and that's an increasing thing in the single mom era. But usually, the boomers. No, you could. I take that back, because we've always had a young parenthood, so you don't usually skip the generation. But the boomers could be Gen X's parents or millennial parents, right? Or in your case, unfortunately, Richard, you being a Zoomer, you actually have a literal boomer father, which I know is a bit more unique than most. But for the most part, boomers had Gen X and millennials, right? And so I guess, but I wasn't quite right. But Alpha is going to have some of C, and like you said, if there's no Alpha, and there ain't going to be that many betas, because we're not having kids, we're the ones supposed to father them this generation, or parent them, whatever. Probably have to move to another country to have kids. Well, that's a common thing. That's really what passport bros purport to encourage. It ends up just being tricking, but in theory, it was supposed to be individuals who still wanted to give the family structure a try and want to use a more traditional culture in order to do it. Now, unfortunately, Western culture has already infected everything. I've already played the videos in China with how feminism and some of these crazy principles is infected there. Though, I mean, some of these videos, when I watch them, it ain't all just, they also got serious economic issues going on like we do. So it isn't all just, even though you get those radical feminist stories or those hoes that want too much. But I mean, shit, I wish I could show it. There was this girl talking in one of these Chinese videos I watched, and she was just talking about how she needs a man like this, she needs this, that, and the third. Man, she ended up with a dude taking her out to KFC, and she was happy to do it. She said she wanted to see him again. So that just proved, again, a lot of times you can't believe what motherfuckers say on the internet, man. Oh, I need a 7-foot tall millionaire. Man, that bitch should be cool with a chicken sandwich. She's just talking shit, bro. Hey, 6-string gamer, I appreciate it. And 6-string, you a guitarist? They don't deserve to claim the entire alpha. Like I said, it's not alpha like they're alpha. It's like alpha like the test. You know what I'm saying? Test. This is a test. Test. This is a test. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun. Yeah, that's a test. It's a program. This is the Matrix, brother. They not alphas. They will definitely not be alphas. Hell no. They done took away the alpha from this current generation and all the generations living, not just the Zoomers, but the millennials, Gen Xers, and the Boomers too. It have made us a lot less alpha and a lot less masculine. The idea that anyone would entertain the concept of toxic masculinity. Yes, there are evil humans and there are evil men as a result, and there are men that are fucked up. But that don't reflect to me. I would never take responsibility for something I didn't do. So I'm not gonna take responsibility if some dude, God forbid, does something unthinkable to a woman. That don't reflect on all men. That reflects on him. And maybe how he was brought up. Maybe not. Maybe he was just a fucking asshole and a sociopath. I don't know, or a psychopath, whichever one's born that way. I think sociopath are the ones maybe quote unquote socialized into. I think that's even where the term comes from. But yeah, I need a 7-foot doctor lawyer who's a rapper. I know she's just it's the internet. She's talking shit. Just like with little kids, you say, "Yeah, I want to be a firefighter, superhero, president of the United States." It's like, okay, let her talk shit on the internet. It don't mean fucking thing. It don't mean jack shit. Like I said, the chick was talking, "Oh man, I need this amount of money, I need that, and I can't date a guy." And then when a dude took her out to KFC, who lived at home with his mom, she was like, "I hope I see him again." I was like, "This is the funniest shit. This is proof positive. These hoes just be talking. You just gotta ignore them, man. You gotta ignore. There's something in life, and it ain't just for women, by the way. A lot of times you gotta ignore what motherfuckers say and watch what the fuck they do, positive and negative. You cannot get too caught up with motherfuckers saying shit, because a motherfucker will say any damn thing. What are they gonna do? And I probably should read. I cannot find this fucking last coin. Read signs. That bitch. Cameras and K's don't like each other. Guess they started to say 2 letters. Worst case, the camera really stupid. Change directed. Okay, I know that. Y'all want to see other levels? I do not see that last coin. Okay, let's see what you said. Just see, gonna have 1,000 people. You might be right. That's the plan. Just see ain't gonna be shit. When those Georgia Guidestones said keep the and we probably still will have a cataclysm, going back to what Kai said since I moved up in the chat. If anyone remember the Georgia Guidestones that blew up like 2 or 3 years ago, but they were stones. I think they were erected in the 70s, the 80s, maybe even the 90s. But people think Ted Turner may have been one of the people who funded them, but whoever it was had all these different rules for how to keep society in order, allegedly. And one of them was keep the world population under 500 million. It's currently 8 billion people. Now, most people, especially I'm pretty sure this did start in the 80s. So most people were thinking, oh man, cataclysm, like, 9/11 happened. Maybe some massive nuclear event will depopulate the earth so dramatically. But now we see, oh no. All they need is some bald-headed asshole with a cigar and some thought with blue hair and Instagram, and they could depopulate the whole earth just by people not giving birth. Just by people not getting birth. And then when you add some economic suppression on top of it, in a world where there's no one believes in God anymore, shit, ain't no babies gonna be made nowhere. And they're gonna, on the short term, they're gonna use immigration as a thing, but shit, Japan won't even do that. They so stubborn. They just said fuck it. Japan and Korea they plan this to just die out. They so fucking stubborn. They said fuck it. We not importing nobody. We just gonna die out. Fuck it. we just gonna die out. The West, Europe, England, and America is trying to use immigrants to repopulate the country, and that'll work for maybe a generation. But even some of these countries so hard hit that so quick to have kids anymore. Oh my God, where the fuck is this thing? It just doesn't exist. Well, he's about to die. He gonna have to die, man. I am looking all over for this damn thing. But your dad from the 40s and had a Zoomer child. That's crazy. I couldn't do it. But I'm glad he did, man. I'm glad you're here. Both your parents were born in the 50s, so similar thing with you, man. So they were boomers, I would think.
Not done yet.
We're not gonna have any betas, but we're gonna have a lot of beta males. Yeah, you have no issue moving to Islamic country as long as it is a war torn. I mean, there are Islamic countries that aren't war torn, and I think you're correct, Fizz. I don't think feminism I don't want to say it can't impact because social media exists everywhere, but it definitely doesn't seem, if there's one place for better or for worse, a lot of critiques of Islam. But for better or for worse, I don't see them with the same issues as far as feminism. I don't think feminism can have... I think you're right. I don't think it's no impact, but it's certainly a lot less than it is in the West. Every girl you had, your first date was you cooking at home, and you got from which water from. Why you get blamed from a dude slapping a chick in 1765? I don't know. But yeah, it can creep in with materialism. But yeah, they have more antibodies. Yeah. It can creep in. I would say oh shit. Just fell off the earth. The Islamic world and the non-Western world, the non-Western, you want to say Judeo-Christian world that has a little bit more of a hold on this. Man, don't loosen your grip, man. Do not loosen that grip. And it's not like I keep women down. No. Women can still have power, have this, have that, you know what I'm saying? Have businesses and be productive. No one's saying that. But just don't let, not just women, just the whims of women. I mean, when you think about the concept of calling abortion reproductive rights. For saying a woman's choice to delete her seed is such an important thing, and to conflate that with you know what I'm saying, like this is, oh man, it has to be a thing. Oh man, do I gotta switch characters? I might have to switch characters to make this jump. Hold on. Do you think the dark bleak hellscape will collapse and things will improve? The collapse is definite. Whether or not things will improve, we will see. And when the collapse will happen, well, we'll see in November, won't we? If we get an extra 4 years to get our shit together and prep. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Try Wario. There you go. Amazonian. Tell you Amazonian time. If she's Muslim, you can't be a Muslim who don't believe in reproduction. Well, that's already a positive. That's already a positive. How Wario fat ass jump like that? I couldn't tell you. Actually, I do all this shit just to change him back. Athletic motherfucker. I don't know why this button just doesn't work. Go back to X. And not to, apologies for being so doom and gloom. And I hope, I said something quote unquote offensive. Not that I'm trying to go woke, trying to go soft, but everybody got the right to get through their day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to be a chauvinist and women and this, that. I'm just saying, listen, man, y'all can be cool. I'm not even, I brought up abortion. I'm not even saying abortion should be illegal, but it damn sure, you know what I mean, culturally at least, should be discouraged. And what should be encouraged is some amount of damn chastity. You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn it. You don't have a ultimate right to let random humans bust nuts on you to the detriment of all society. To the point where, and then once we have the information that kids actually do better in a single father home as opposed to a single mother home, why do we have a court system that consistently rewards blindly so, even in cases where they're drug addicts, the mother? Even in cases where they're clearly not able to take care of the children, we just default give the kids to the mother. These are my issues. And these are issues that I can't blame everything on feminism. You gotta blame some of that, no fault divorce and stuff like that on your boy Ronnie Reagan. But oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to maybe use Mario a lot of this, or just a Mario move set, either Mario, Wario, Luigi, because they can jump higher. I think Zero actually. Can jump higher too. The anti-male thing hitting the Dominican men hard to the point past generation did so much tricking, you paying for it now. Yep, they women grew up with moms. They stayed with these messed up guys, but complaining to their kids about their dad. Yeah, of course, they're still drawing off tradition that are long gone. Best case scenario, worst case scenario, they're intentionally making everything obtuse. They're intentionally putting people in the worst thing, in the worst possible position to succeed. I mean, that's happening anyway. The only argument is whether it's intentional or just something arbitrary. Well, and I will say this: there's at least more talk about reforming the quote unquote family court system. At least it's in a public zeitgeist. I'll give the red pillars and the MRAs that. It's a lot more in the public zeitgeist than it was ever before. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying just default all men either, but just take it at a case-by-case basis. If you can, shared custody should be something. That should be where the court's default is, shared custody. And there should be an absolute acknowledgement that there are women who are trying to live off the child support system. I mean, there are women on TikTok and YouTube and Instagram literally telling other women to have multiple baby fathers so they can get multiple child support payments. And is this all women? No. But it's enough women that shit, if 1,000 of them had 10 kids, it's 10,000. And yes, there are girls put up that number. If 1,000 have 5 kids, it's 5,000. If 10,000 of them have 5 kids, it's 50,000, etc., etc. And that's why you got these 8, 9 baby daddy kids, or even the 2, 3, 4 baby daddy baby mothers. It's like y'all literally pushed that system into existence. Had your sister-in-law ask you like if you was like your brothers automatically knew what she meant? I said no. Had many women like you, had bonds, said they couldn't risk their heart being broken. They heard so much about Dominican women. I see. One is crazy enough, and we need to value children more. Shit, and it sucks that there's an anti-natalist movement. That's to me, that's inhuman, man. If you don't individually want to have kids, that's one thing. We talked about the economic system. I get it, having that fear. Am I going to be able to financially take care of this kid? I also agree with Sister Diddle where he said, hey, there's still argument about faith. Because people, who were poor 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, they just felt God's going to make a way. This is a gift from God, a child. The Most High going to make a way. We're going to figure a way. They made it on faith, and we don't. And that there's something to be said about that. I won't deny that. But even with that, they're still very pragmatic to at least question how you're going to be able to financially take care of kids, and you would be irresponsible to do nothing to try to prepare for that situation. And in that attempted preparation, a lot of people are finding, or at least think themselves unable to properly do so because of the economic situation. So that's why it's such a multifaceted issue. They attacked it from every angle. They attacked it from the cultural angle. They attacked it from the spiritual angle. They attacked it from the financial angle. And hence why, it ain't gonna be 500 million. I mean, shit, we ain't gonna get close to that by Generation C. Especially if something cataclysmic does indeed happen. Oh, that won't be 500 million. We'll be lucky to have 100 million people on this planet. I already got this one. Fuck. Be happy to have 100 million people on this planet, because it just won't. And maybe, with a lesser population and things will go back, maybe that has to happen. Shit. And I'm not somebody who thinks we don't have enough resources. I just think they're purposely held by the few instead of the many. And when you do things like, cut off manufacturing and like things like that, you totally destroy the working man and working woman's ability to take care of themselves, really. So I'm not somebody to say, oh, you should hold on. I don't know. Oh, shit. I don't know. Maybe just 500. These people treat their pets and friends. Yo, I knew there was something wrong. And I've talked about the idea of a pet mom or pet parent is a stupid. Zeus, I love you. I see you laid out. You are not my son. I am not your father. You have a father. In fact, my cousin who used to own Zeus sent me a picture of his dog, of his actual father, who's a dog. And I think she actually bought like one of your Zeus. He's out. But I think my cousin bought another one from that family. I hope she's okay, man. She had a lot of struggles. But you said Spangler, which I'm not familiar with. You said once having a kid, children becomes a question of convenience. Civilization is dead. Yeah. And you're right. It has become a question of convenience. That's why there's part of me that, you know what? I really want to get in the best financial position I possibly can. But I'm like, man, I don't know about this not having any kids thing. I don't know about that, man. And I don't want to be an old, super old father. But to have no kids, I don't know about that, man. Am I gotta do this shit every time? What's with these fucking? I'm gonna have to just and I can't copy and paste this. I can't. That shit I'm not gonna try. This is annoying. Let's get fat ass Wario on here. Come Christian Cage, the patriarch, right? So we making it through this thing. But man, I'm just ranting, man. I feel like I'm not reading your comments enough. I apologize. It was Oswald Spangler who said, okay. Not familiar with that individual, but it's not an incorrect assessment, man. As much as I think feminism deserves its blame, and I will give it its blame, I think it's a bit unfair to blame everything on feminism. Why? Well, too many men went along with it, and too many men didn't make the idea of differentiating women's rights from feminism. Because I am now of the opinion that feminism was always a matter of not trying to provide some sort of faux equality for women, which no two things on this earth are equal, but everyone deserves, equal fair treatment under the law and that equal respect, so long as it's earned and not diminished by your actions or what have you. So everyone deserves that. But that really was not what feminism was ever about. It was always about, if we're being 1,000% honest, the upper middle class and even bourgeoisie women trying to gain the wealth of their upper middle class bourgeoisie husbands. At best, that's what it was always about. And then from there, taking even more. So it was never about women being equal to men. It really isn't even about women being superior to men, because it's as destructive to women as anything. Really, it's about about shit that Henry Rockefeller wanted to do for more population manipulation. If we're being 1,000%, is it Henry Rockefeller? One of them. I can't remember which one. Maybe I don't know, one of the Rockefellers. Yeah, working class women wasn't really for it, because as much as we say, oh, women used to stay home, it was very common. It was very common for a woman to have rather she was working at a grocery store, but at least a part-time job in a working class neighborhood, or a job of some sort. Maybe she's a teacher. Maybe your dad work at the plant, your mom work at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? But she works at maybe her family had a bakery or something. She works at the bakery at the cash register. Or maybe, you know what I'm saying? So it's not entirely true, that narrative that, working class women especially just sitting at home with dishwashers and having nothing to do but watch soaps. I mean, yeah, there were women like that. That was more, but that would be more the foreman's wife. You know what I'm saying? More of the, going back to the plant analogy, or that wasn't necessarily everybody's wife. But maybe your manager, maybe your upper management, maybe his wife could do some shit like that and just live kind of comfortable. But that wasn't everybody. But that's been a misnomer. Though again, you still, now both have to work beyond full-time jobs. 50 hours plus, 60 hours plus. Rather that's a job and a side hustle, a job, extra hours at the job, overtime, extra hours with a bit, whatever the case. In this economic system that we currently live in, this post-inflation system, we need shit. Both parents got to work more than 40 hours. And if they're working more than 40 hours, who the fuck is going to raise the kids? The state's going to raise the kids, silly. People blame the left for get bankers and industrialists for funding. Yep. The state welcome more income tax pay pigs. Absolutely. Yeah, this ain't all on the left. It ain't all. And feminism, there's a reason feminism worked, and that's a huge reason. He was a German philosopher from she said 100 years ago, Oswald Spengler. It's basically him writes the shit's anti-male. Yeah. Work class women always exist. I'm tired of women talk 2024 talking for 1924. Yeah, they wasn't even there. They had control of their kids. I said Norman is Nelson Rockefeller, because he also, what did he also push forth? This indoctrination system. And that's another thing to yell at conservatives about. Y'all know this indoctrination system ain't shit, and y'all did nothing to really change it. A few of y'all had enough sense to come up with co-ops, and that's not a new thing, but at least a few of y'all had enough sense to, and I'm about to switch out. Stop just sending your kids to hold on, let me see if I can Control V. This is obnoxious. There we go. But sending y'all kids to these demonic ass schools for just no reason. Knowing these schools, they ain't learning a goddamn thing. And I was in an office before I got this job. I spent like 2 or 3 months at a job in office when I was still in Charlotte, and then I got this job, and then ended up moving to Texas. It all happened pretty fast. For 2 or 3 months, I was in this job in Charlotte, and Charlotte's still in North Carolina. And yes, good portion of North Carolina still conservative. And it was, you could tell the people there were essentially neocons, as I found out, but they were definitely lean conservative. And I was cool with that, and I was, it didn't bother me none. But I remember them just talking about sending their kids to school. And I don't know if it was them or if I saw it online, but it was just like, I actually think it was something online. But it was like, oh, I'm proud of my daughter for standing up to some bullshitter. It was like, but they still had no problem sending their kids to school as if there's no issues with the school. They just, like, there was this lack of acknowledgement that there's something wrong with the school. They would acknowledge all this shit. Oh, don't let somebody talk bad about Trump. They care more about Trump than their own children. Oh, see, did you hear what CNN said about Trump? Oh my God, I'm just so sick of it. And then still send your kid to this indoctrination system, and then get mad when the motherfucker come back with blue hair and herpes and a girlfriend and a boyfriend and a friend of no gender. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? If I had to see this shit show somebody else, I'm nervous to see what that is. As a man born in 04, I have no right to speak. A man born in 1904 with no sources. Let's see what Forbidden Ruin, what cursed knowledge is Forbidden Ruin giving us. Oh man, am I okay to play this on air, Forbidden Ruin, or am I about to get my channel yeeted if I play this? It's safe as memology. Okay. Well, even though I don't know if that's safe, we'll find out. I don't know who that is.
Yo, this is the ranking Rizzler on appropriations, serving Connecticut's
What is that?
district. It's time to enter your dark academia Congress era.
What is
All right,
this?
besties. House appropriation is the money moves in Congress. We are not chasing the bag, we are the bag. Democrats are making life smoother through government funding. It's giving, it's giving. So Sigma, main character energy. But
This is
Republican
the
Project 2025.
This is the worst Hello Fellow Children I've ever seen. Let's keep seeing this shit.
Is mad sus. Eliminating the Department of Education? Negative aura points. Basically, the biggest phantom tax on the environment, on your education, and your rights. Big L posting it online, buddy. Democrats understood the assignment, but go off. See how I keep you informed? Very cute.
Somebody get their fucking grandma, please.
Cutesy, very demure.
What the fuck?
Somebody get their fucking grandma, bro. Right? What the fuck was that?
Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God, I wish I fucking was.
Somebody get their fucking grandma, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, it's just that's we're all dumber for having witnessed it. What you said was so incomprehensibly stupid that I have no words. We are all dumber for having witnessed it. All of us. We have all lost intelligent points. I mean, she just literally said every fucking TikTokable fucking phrase she can. She about to get blown up? Probably. Absolute insanity. But I mean, these politicians, I mean, we talking about old motherfuckers who want attention. That's all politicians are anyway. They don't do shit. So I mean, that was an old motherfucker. Somebody need to get their grandma. Get your nan or whatever you want to fucking call it. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Oh, fuck that up. Talking about skibbity. She was just talking gibberish. Talking, oh shit, I can't even. Talking about aura points. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about, man. She just wants to get as many little TikTokable buzz phrases in. She didn't even give a fuck what she was talking about, man. Oh shit. Oh shit, it's Bowser. Yeah, it was doing the hello fellow kids. 1,000 laughs for. See, politicians just be like us. She has purple hair. She said skibbity. You hoe. Shit. She said alpha and sigma and main character energy and all sorts of phrases that we use on the TikTok. She pronounces his fur because she doesn't know it's for real. Well, FR, I didn't realize that. Oh yeah, oh, a guy FR, no cap, for real, no cap. She said she was pronouncing his fur. Y'all know what the fuck that was. Absolute. You know what though? That was real legit brain rot. That one thing she did get right. She knows how to be brain rotted as fuck, because that was some brain rot shit that we all just witnessed. Whew, I'm about to make a name for myself here. That was absolute brain rot. Yeah, it was sadness too. Yeah. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Did I do this already? Oh shit. Oh shit, don't die.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, it was pure distilled brain rot cringe. Absolutely. I just proved these old motherfuckers can brain rot too. My old ass be brain rotted some of the half the damn time. I mean, you heard this stream, but that's some omega to style brain rot. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you going on about?
Mission accomplished.
What in the fuck? Who let your old ass out? Beatrice, what are you doing here? I don't even know her name was Beatrice, but she looked like a Beatrice. Eleanor, what are you doing here? Trying to impress your granddaughter and shit. You go, get out of here. Oh shit, I'm about to die. Oh, he ain't gonna make it.
This can't be.
Damn. Yeah, Gertrude. I imagine the behind the scenes of that video. Oh man, I'm curious how many of these bastards on hardcore drugs. Well, we know we got one for sure. Oh, you could tell her brain was probably rotted before off of Quaaludes and shit like that from back in the day. These the past mothers of our children. Shit, this is how we got here. Past mothers and grandmothers of our children. You know, I'm thinking about the Jazzy Belle. These the future mothers of our children. Shit, these the past mothers. Look how dumb these hoes were. These the motherfuckers that raised the future mothers of our children. These dumb bitches. Quit. I mean, this is a mod or hack, whatever you call it. Actually, let's start here. She is smoking off a wheelchair with a crack sack. Yeah. Listen, that's not my algorithm. It just, and that's gone away. Honestly, all of that's why I haven't done a vertical stream in a while. Because I don't see that many vertical streams. It's like, maybe you know how that algorithm changed. So once the algorithm change, I'm gonna just die. Yeah. Once that algo meta changed, and what the hell is it? Whoa. Man, I'm gonna stop. But yeah, for some reason, I kept getting these fucking, I don't know if they're Filipino, Vietnamese, some weird Asian women would show up on the vertical / shorts algorithm. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they would be like all middle-aged and in their underwear. And it's like they're trying to gyrate. And I'm like, this is disgusting. It's fucking gross. What the fuck is going on here? What is this shit, man? Oh, I'm going somewhere. Anyways, I started blasting. Oh shit. Shit, I went the wrong direction. Where is it? God damn. Shit, let me go back and get the damn cap. We'll go back since this thing don't give me no fucking time. Is YouTube Shorts gonna die? Oh no, no, because that's their answer to Reels and TikTok. It's not dying, but they're YouTube, so they're gonna fuck it up algorithmically, like they fuck up everything. Because rather not the dead internet theory is a thing completely, there absolutely is a truth into them wanting things gatekept to a certain extent. Even if nothing else, to be gatekept to the more algorithmically sponsor-friendly content. Even if it's not a quote-unquote political-minded thing. Where's this last red coin? Why does that keep being an issue in this fucking mod? Oh, shit. I'm gonna just let him die. I'm gonna try to see what's up.
Can't be.
It can. You like him as a creator? Yeah, you be trying to make me a right. They was not in my. They were just in there for no reason, because they just trying to push that shit on the people. You know, they always trying to push moderately pornographic material on the people, and I don't want to hear. I'm the only one who saw some weird shit on the Shorts algorithm, so I'm not trying to hear it. Maybe I may have only saw that, but y'all saw something else weird, because the Shorts algorithm only give you weird shit. So I know something else weird was I'm not trying to hear it, because I die of death. Look like I got all these extra men, because he about to die. Oh.
This can't be.
You don't watch YouTube Shorts, you're not missing anything. You know, whatever. Watching rice grandmas for research purpose. I don't know why that was a thing, man. It's gone away, but I refuse to believe I'm the only one who got exposed to these hoes. I refuse to believe that. I'm not even saying y'all did, but I'm saying other people had to see this shit. I'm not it happened. It was a real thing. I'm not the only one who witnessed it. I'm not gonna accept that. I guess I had no choice to accept y'all slander, but no, that was a real thing that happened.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
This is about the last coin. I don't know if I can get to it, but listen to where it is. Shit. Rice grandma. It's a wild business to see, man. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, man. That ain't even the weird, crazy shit I'm into, man. If it was big booty bitches, I probably wouldn't have said nothing. I'm like, oh man. But these old hoes, man. I ain't trying to see these old hoes, man. And they were all like 48. First 48. Instead of the first 48 hours, the first 48 years of these hoes' lives. What happened to your life where this bitches had glasses and shit? Like, you old, you can't even see. You sit there trying to twerk your little ass for a little internet clout. What in the fuck? Oh, fuck. Thank goodness.
Mission accomplished.
Insta-scam reels been giving you some weird shit. See? Okay. That's all I'm trying to say. These algorithms have weird shit. So why are you getting a bunch of instead of doing what you do, where I'm going to attribute it that you watch a bunch of disabled gay Indians, I'm going to say the algorithm's just giving you weird shit. Because that's the reality. Instead of being an asshole and slandering you and say, yeah, whatever, man, you're watching, Indian gay disabled porn. No, you're not. The algorithm's just giving you some weird shit because it's a fucking weird ass algorithm. Don't get an Instagram off video. Why'd you send it to me? This is why I don't check Instagram now. All this fucking disgusting imagery. Show you chicks and gender stuff, like what the fuck. But because these algorithms change, just like it's not showing me the shit now. They don't know what they're fucking doing. They probably been using AI to write a lot of these algos. So as a result, weird shit be happening. Man, I ain't about to look at that short. It's probably cursed knowledge, cursed imagery. Well, you might get more of it if they've changed their algorithm. That's my point. Y'all trying to blame me for all the weird rice grandmas. Meanwhile, you got fucking Tarted Curries gaying it up on your algo. You gonna talk shit about me? I mean, between the two, I'll take the rice grandmas to be 1,000%. Not my cup of tea, but they're still similar. Reels is a very similar algorithm to Shorts. My point is I was talking about Shorts specifically, obviously, but it can go for any of these companies. It can go for TikTok, it can go for whatever. They fuck with their algo, and then weird shit happens, and weird shit will pop up in your feed, whether it's something you watch or not. That's the point I was trying to make. Right, and all these companies are constantly updating the algorithm and their code, or the AI that they employ to do it is doing it for them. In either event, it don't mean you should watch the short. Clones are real. What do y'all think about clones? That's one conspiracy theory that I haven't really, I've heard I've heard stuff about it. Sometimes I'll say, oh, Eminem and Gucci Mane are clones. I don't really know. That's not something that's a conspiracy theory set I don't really have my heart in. Just like aliens and shit. I don't really got my heart into that shit. I talk about, not that I got my heart in any of this shit, but I'll talk about the little Molex shit. We'll talk about the cast and couch shit. Thoughts on human clones chat. Not just Richard, but Sentient Dildo and anyone else who wants to fizz. I don't know. I mean, if they cloned the sheep, I'm sure it's at least a scientific plausibility of clones. Now, would they use a cloning facility for celebrities and influential people? I don't know. Is Tila Tequila a clone, or whoever? Some of these weird celebrities say, "Oh yeah, I'm really a clone." I don't know about that. But as far as the plausibility of it, I mean, plausibility, I can't really deny that. Whether or not it's practically happening, like I said, it's not one of the ones I'm invested in. And that, just like I'm not invested in, I don't even know if I can say it on this platform, but I'm not invested in the shape of the earth not being round either. How about that? To keep it algo friendly. Where some people are very much, that's a huge thing for them. That's not necessarily my thing, right? I'm a conspiracy theorist, but there's certain hills I'm willing to die on, at least argue for. And there's other ones I'm like, maybe, I don't know. But it's not. I'm less invested in, and really just a lot of them I just had less belief in. Like even the moon landing is something I question, just from a technical standpoint of us being able to do it, and not just do it, but get that broadcast of it happening back to Earth with the relatively primitive technology they had of the day, and what they displayed. So my thought about the moon landing is either they were severely underestimating and undershowing how technical they were, or they made it up. One of the two had to be true. But I don't believe they just had some riggedy ass bullshit, some rinky dink shit, and was able to get to the moon. Do you actually have a stash? Algo guy saw Richard's new stash and said videos of gays disabled people. You can make human clones, but they won't be the same in the original. That's something else I heard, yeah. That you can make a clone, but it's a baby. You know what I'm saying? You just take their DNA and it's having a child that's the identical DNA. And even then, just having that identical DNA doesn't necessarily mean you quote unquote in with the same person per se. You know what I mean? You may end up with a genetic copy, but that's not the same thing, right? Unless you clone the celebrity. Yeah, that's another thing. Unless you clone them as a baby, which I guess could be a possibility for the, there's some celebrities who are families, like a Drew Barrymore, right? Her dad, John Barrymore, was big in Hollywood, so I guess that's plausible. But I mean, everybody, people from connected families maybe could have had that situation happen. Ever since you declared yourself Blittler, a lot of Europeans billion channel social media, you do have a stash as well. Doesn't look like the original Blittler, but it's a stash and it's great. That's crazy work. Oh man, so you got a Blittler stash. That's crazy. That's not what you said. That's being fun. You did say you got a stash. So yeah, you're right. And that's a lot of people's counter theory. Like, okay, it's possible, but it's not going to be like a clone like we think. You know what I mean? Where it's the same age, same all that other shit. Which I mean, that tracks. Though, if you expand the cloning concept more, there's a whole alleged cloning facility, right? And apparently using some of and we've seen this in many fiction works of fiction, but like some test tube, that stereotypical test tube filled with liquid helping the clone age up. And actually, that's another theory, that they help them age up, but they don't last long, so they have to replace it with another clone. So presumably, if let's say Eminem was cloned, well, they had to age him up, but that clone only lasts so long, so he would be on another clone by now. If that clone theory of them being able to age up a clone is a thing. Oh, Jesus Christ. And again, I'm just presenting these things. I'm not saying this is what I believe hardcore or not. I'm just presenting different things. Essential Dildo would say Pussy Crusher 42069 has said, or the internet has said, so to speak, about the cloning thing. There's a rumor that's why Bernie Mac got killed, is because he saw the cloning facilities and wanted to do something about it. And what's the guy? It's this guy who was on a cover of some album. I want to say a Megadeth album. Like they used his imagery, and he said he used to live in a cloning center. I don't know. I can't think. I think Donald Marshall, is that the guy's name? God, what the fuck? Young Justice was Speedy. Did they clone him in Young Justice? It's like Dominic Mysterio. That's crazy work. Say what, Dominic? Oh man, it's been a while since I've seen Young Justice, to be 1,000%. Oops. No, we're not going back into this shit. Dominic. Wrong button. People be having too much time on their hands. Yeah, like I said, not as invested in the clone theory. It's fun. That's one. Some of the stuff is just kind of fun to read. Fun to kind of read. Maybe there's something to it. I'll tell you one thing, if there are clones, that's a little bit more in the realm of plausibility of maybe having cloned organs for the elite in case something fails. I can see that, because I think that's already medically that's something that there's quite a bit of medical research into, and we're probably already there. And I can see maybe them experimenting with stuff like that. Like I said, we're talking about plausibility and something that's actually a little bit more practical than a bunch of Gucci manes floating around in tanks, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely believe something like that. And yeah, eventually, that's where the world moving. Eventually, something like that is not even just going to be. That's going to be available for the public. It's cloned organs. Shit. 100 years from now, that might be just such a necessary thing. I thought, that you like. Of course, you clone yourself and have a catalog of your body parts just in case something goes wrong. So that something like that. Like I said, I think there's some solid research into it. And now, whether or not your body's going to accept that organ, because that's always an issue with any organ transplant anyway. And whether they got the shit down pat to a science, to where it's a repeatable science and not just a risky sometimes thing, I couldn't tell you. A bunch of Gucci mates floating around the tanks. That visual killed you. Well, that's what people think. And they got, a bunch of Gucci mates, a bunch of M&Ms, a bunch of whoever, I guess Taylor's, a bunch of Tila Tequilas, G-list celebrities you forgot about. I think B.O.B. was another one who said he was cloned. Or some guy who I actually never heard of called Kid Boo and said he was cloned. And there's apparently, a bunch of tanks with all these no-name celebrities hundreds of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's the stuff is like, okay, even as a conspiracy theorist, I don't know if I'm not sure I buy that, man. I got to say, not sure I think that's going on. I mean, I don't know. That's one of those things you say, well, why? You know what I'm saying? I can see, you know, going back to another conspiracy theory, the infamous Beatles, Paul is dead, right? I could see maybe if something did happen to Paul McCartney back in the 60s, given the Beatles' cultural popularity and relevance. And it's ironic because he's Ringo's still here, ain't he? Did Ringo pass? Maybe Ringo did recently pass. And I feel like did Ringo pass? But yeah, let's say why? Why would that happen? But I get, you know, I can see maybe, okay, if they just needed that cultural impact from the Beatles. Shout out to the Tavistock Institute. Let's just hire a dude to play Paul for a little bit. Maybe that could have happened, right? There's at least a reasoning behind it. But yeah, to have, you know, 50 tanks of tequila, I mean, like, why? I'm sure the younger audience don't even know who Tila Tequila is, but she's essentially the first viral influencer, or the first noted viral influencer back from the MySpace era. She was this little hoe, and then they ended up giving her a show, I think on MTV, was it? Yeah, no, that's where it gets like, okay, wait. It's one thing if this is a process for like maybe dignitaries and super important people. But why do we need all this secrecy, all these resources for Gucci Mane? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to Gucci Mane's cultural influence or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? Maybe they used a body double and killed them. That, you know, even that makes more sense than actually. Which again, I don't know that happened either. I'm not saying it did. But like the idea, like I said, a bunch of floating tanks, and they've used all these resources and billions of dollars of technology to clone and age up Gucci Mane. Like, really? Like, fucking really? That's a bit much. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if I clip this out and somebody sees this, why clone these G-list celebrities? We're not even talking about like the Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson level motherfucker. We're talking about Gucci Mane, who again is a step up from Tila Tequila and B.O.B. and some of these other weird motherfuckers who've claimed they clones. And I'm sure a lot of these motherfuckers were either A, on drugs, B, looking for clout, or C, both. But it's just like, come on, man. There's an underground cloning facility, and with all this, you know, sci-fi level tech, and they're using it for like influencers and celebrities that no one cares about. Like, nah, man, that's a bit much. That's a bit much. Yeah, same thing about the flat earth. I was just watching a video. Shout out to the hater. I've talked about, I've criticized some stuff, but he had to feel like, oh, talk about conspiracy theories. Like, okay. And he mentioned the flat earth. Like, what's the benefit? What is there gained to believing that there's the earth is not round? And some people, I guess, will say like there's a biblical thing, because, you know, a lot of people get really held up on the word firmament and water. And I'm like, well, you know what, man? There's a lot of allegorical stuff in the Bible, and it's not the easiest book to interpret. I don't know that the Bible is saying that the earth is flat. I don't buy that, honestly. I'm gonna be honest. I don't buy that the Bible says the earth is flat. So there goes your premise from my standpoint, because that's the only, just to diminish God. That's the idea. It's like, well, I don't know that it's saying that, because to my knowledge, firmament is just another word for border. And you could absolutely argue that outer space or the atmosphere, all these other scientific things are the border. Let's spend $1 billion cloning Sexy Red in complete secrecy. It's like, yeah, exactly. Like, you don't really, I don't think you need to do that. Yeah, nobody even believed the earth was flat in ancient times. Yeah. You're right. It really wasn't a thing. I know they was it Galileo or one of these motherfuckers they credit with. But I mean, even then there was cultures that absolutely know. A lot of Native American cultures and just Aboriginal cultures in general absolutely acted as if the earth was round. Yeah, barrier. Oh, okay, barrier. Maybe that's a better term. You're right. Firmament is a barrier. The border is probably not as good as the term as barrier. And that, yeah. Barrier does not necessarily mean that there's some glass dome or some shit. It could literally mean the whole of space. And yeah, why is the moon round? And I don't even know what the argument is. I think the mistrust that's where I do find it an interesting story, Kai. Like you said, I think the mistrust in government and awareness that we are being lied to about most fundamental things lead to the flat earthers. Absolutely, because we know that the government lied to us and lies to us so regularly. I think the flat earthers story is really about how you created so much mistrust in the people that they're willing to believe shit like this. That's only, I think the ancient Romans knew the only people who thought the earth was flat. The ancient Egyptians, we know they love Egypt. They love Egypt and Kemet and just that region and all. That's, they love those different gods and they love that stuff. So maybe that's a tip to why that flat earth is even pushed. I didn't know that. They love, different little Egyptology and shit like that. So pyramids and shit. So maybe that gives you. I didn't know that. That's a tip that is bullshit more than anything. That was some Egyptian thing. But yeah, I'm not a big flat earther, and I just haven't. They haven't made logical arguments to me, man. You know what I mean? And okay, I can believe there's something crazy about Antarctica that maybe we don't know. But I don't know if it's the border. And I don't know if Antarctica is the firmament. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, barrier is a much better term than border. So thank you, Kai, for that. And yeah, I can believe there's a barrier. There is a barrier. We know there's a atmosphere. We know there's an outer space. We know there's a gap between the earth and other places. Why would ancient Egyptians believe the earth was flat if the Great Pyramids were measured? Is it? So look at you guys. I'm glad you guys are smarter than me. Shit, maybe that was allegorical then. Because that's another thing. A lot of things get interpreted literally just from ancient cultures in general, which are allegorical. I mean, shit, we've even, and I don't say we, I mean just in recent terms, we'll say the earth is flat relative to something like this. Something, the fact that right now I'm on a live stream coming from Texas, and there's people from the Dominican Republic and from Croatia and from wherever, all communicating in one space. Now, when you say the earth is flat, that's allegorical. It doesn't mean literally it's flat. It means that the borders and the space of the earth has been diminished technologically by the communication that we're allowed. So you ever heard that the world is flat, like allegorically in modern sense? That's what they mean. Hey, we're able to all communicate and contribute to a culture despite any global borders or geopolitical strife. In most cases, because obviously the internet can be banned in certain areas and certain sites can be banned and whatnot. But yeah, because MSM propagandized them, man. So maybe the Egyptian belief in the earth was flat was allegorical. If again, I'm just going off of what y'all say. Y'all know I don't know shit. Y'all know I was educated in the middle of nowhere, Michigan, in Detroit, right? Y'all know I ain't necessarily did all the learning stuff that all you smart folks have done. Yeah, the earth is flat. You can walk to Croatia, or I guess swim. You stand on one side of the pyramid and don't move. The earth moves around you. You're on the other side of the pyramid. You'll be on the other side of the pyramid when you're no longer spinning in space. Wow. Learned the smart shit on the internet. Well, I mean, all I spend on the internet is downloading Justice League episodes and looking at big booty. So I mean, I didn't use the internet for productive and finding Mario 64 mods, man. Egyptians believed the earth was covered in endless water and columns to the sky. Yeah, Pussy Crusher's undefeated. I see. See, I didn't do as much. I'm semi joking. I mean, I've tried to teach myself coding and shit like that. And I'll try to teach myself things. But honestly, you know what, man? And I'm not blaming school for this per se, but I just never really. I know history is important, right? I know those who don't understand history are doomed to repeat it, and we see that. But I just don't have that interest in history like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people really just have that desire to learn about ancient cultures and stuff like that. You know, I learned a little bit, some basic bitch amount, but nothing really dramatic. Pretty, standard American education type shit. And I'm not saying that, you might be right to say, hey, that's a cop-out. You should have invested your time in learning these things that are important to learn. I'm not disagreeing with you. And it ain't over. I can still learn more about history. I wish I did, kind of wish I knew more, but it's not, I don't wish it that much, right? I wish it enough to know, but it ain't the priority. I have heard those theories that they didn't build the pyramids, that the pyramids are way older than their civilization was even. Isn't one of those Roganites big into that? Was it Graham Norton? Maybe that's a different dude, but I'm thinking of something Graham. He was big into, or at least questioning how old the pyramids were and whether or not Egypt actually built them, or the Egyptian culture, or even the Kemetic culture. Like it predates both by a lot, or at least that's his theory, if I remember correctly. So that's also a potential thing. But I don't know, man. I'm just an asshole playing Wario in a Mario 64 mod because I don't feel like going to sleep because I just went to the gym. I don't got the answers, man. Just like Sway didn't have the answers for Kanye, I ain't got the answers, man. We're just talking shit. But it's interesting to talk about and to wonder, okay, what, I think even Matt was the one who showed me that comedian said, it's one thing not to believe in every conspiracy theory, but you don't believe in any conspiracy theories? You think the government's batting 1,000? You know what I'm saying? You don't think they lie to us about nothing? Nothing? And never? That's, you know what I mean? That might be a bit much too. That might be a bit naive. But everything in balance. You watch none of the news. You're uninformed. You watch too much of the news. You're ill-informed. Same sort of thing. You believe no conspiracy theories. You're naive. You believe too many. You're gullible. You know what I'm saying? You just buy anything that's not the norm. So that's why I appreciate the skepticism, to kind of keep me in balance, keep me in check, and keep me from just going off the rails. America was born out of conspiracy. Yeah. I'm just roaming around this motherfucker. I don't know how I'm supposed to get to some of these places in this thing. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm getting sick of this fucking level. That's what rival elites do. They conspire against each other. Very true. Absolutely. And we're talking about that type of conspiracy, the actual term, to conspire. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies that have taken place to set the global chessboard that we currently have. And even in history, like you said, global elites conspire against each other and conspire with each other all the time. And will always do that. And, you know, that's going to be a huge thing in November. Which set of global elites are going to win? The people who are the NWO or essentially old money who wants the system, just like I said, get that last little hit of working capitalism going. That last little hit of idealistic capitalism before it's social credits to work clock. That last bit of puff of that blunt. And hey, I'm hoping we get, and that's the Orange Man, we get that last little bit. Okay, we get 4 more years before, you know, 2028 and 2030, and the shit really hit the fan. You get a little bit more time to prep. And we'll see. We'll see. AOC, man. AOC, unfortunately, listen, I think there's a high chance Kamala Harris is going to be the next president of the United States. I think there's a high chance. I think there's a better chance of her winning than the Orange Man. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. And I'm not necessarily saying she will get the most votes of the actual humans who vote in the country. That's not what I'm saying. Those are two separate issues altogether. I'm saying that she's going to be selected as the United States president, rather the votes add up her way or not. That's what I'm saying. We'll see if I'm right or wrong. I'd rather be wrong, but at the same time, knowing that Rome, Babylon, whatever you want to call America, its fall is inevitable. Yeah, I want more time just to not live in squalor and shit, not live in neo-feudalism, but it is what it is. You think she'll be killed? Who knows? Shit, that's nothing. But would the Orange Man even make it? Will he make it to inauguration? Will we get Gold Dust? Maybe that's the play. Maybe Gold Dust is going to be the next president, aka JD Vance. And yes, I called him Gold Dust because his wig looked like gold dust. And no, I'm not a liberal just because I made fun of JD Vance. He can be made fun of. Who the fuck is he? Oops, I fucked that up. But yeah, maybe they clap him too. Who knows? Who knows how the Orange Man, what's gonna happen in the Orange Man saga? Saga continues on Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. November's gonna be crazy. It's already been crazy. Then try to clap at this motherfucker twice. Not once. Twice. And odds are they're probably gonna at least do it again. At least one more time. I'm not trying to speak it into existence. I'm just trying to, oh no. There's a couple. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks he's a clown. Boy, did I get a bunch of shit for making fun of him. Because so many people just love the Orange Man so much. I don't even mind the Orange Man, man. Like I say, even as someone who consider myself nonpartisan, VKM is president, man. JD McDonough. They rather have Orange Man than JD Vance. He's a weird dude, man. Just not even just the little pictures or whatever. Okay, whatever. He just, I don't know, man. How does he keep picking these fuckers? He picked Pence. Even I'd rather Pence to him. At least Pence was just, you knew what Pence was. You know what I mean? He was kind of just a conservative. Whatever the party tell me to do, I'm gonna do. Think he's gonna lose in one? Run in 2028 with RFK as his running mate. They're gonna be some old fellers. I thought Orange Man said this is gonna be his last run. Granted, that don't mean he's gonna stick to it. That don't mean he won't feel different, but I mean, let's just be practical. Bro's a billionaire. How much do you want to keep doing this shit? You know what I mean? Would you just want to fuck models and be a billionaire? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he don't win, it's gonna. Wouldn't part of you just say, yeah, well, I tried. I gave it 2 tries after doing it. I did the best job 4 years. I'm gonna just enjoy these billions of dollars and all this badussy and all this money and all this, just live the life that I really was living beforehand. I'm gonna just go back to doing that shit. He probably didn't stop, but you know what I'm saying. Play my golf, talk my shit, and just live it. You know what I mean? Because eventually, you got grandkids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really want to just keep doing this dumb shit forever. Forever, ever? Nobody want to do this shit forever. Come on, man. That's just the reality of the situation. So we'll see. We'll see. But unfortunately, they're doing a good job setting up that hoe. That's just the reality. At least setting up the hoe to look like she won. Fair, but I think there'll probably be bad sports about winning. He's not going to be able to let it go. We'll see. You might be right. That's also a possibility. It's like, nah, man, I'm not just going to go out with that L. Was it? Yeah, it was some Obama joke. Vance picked because his homies. They don't. Oh, did they donate a lot of money? See, I don't know as much about Vance outside the weird pictures and just the weird sus shit that he just comes off like weird, man. Just got that weird, semi-gayidity energy, man. If he's getting old, I can see him wanting to go out and win. That's true too. And that's true. I think about him and Vince. You mentioned VKM as a joke, Richard, but they are kind of cut from that same cloth. Man, I'm not trying to stop ever. They don't have to kill me. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to stop till I die. You know what I'm saying? I'm a ball on these hoes forever. You know what I'm saying? So they do got that spirit to like not quit just because they old. And they're like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm a ball on these hoes till the day I die. Vance, is he a PayPal Mafia guy? I didn't know that. That said, I mean, the PayPal, like I said, the motherfuckers who really care about this money, those are the ones who back Trump. The motherfuckers who's ready to for Agenda 2030, they back the hoe. So the PayPal Mafia, that actually, that's par for the course. Cause they're like, all right, yeah, Molek and shit. We need this money, man. Yeah. But back to the money. You know what I'm saying? Back to the economic system that keeps this shit running. Cause I mean, you can't buy hoes in neo-feudalism. You know what I'm saying? So they just, yeah, they got an agenda and shit. But people still want to have yachts and fuck bitches and shit. That's never gonna stop. So we'll see how this shit turn out. We'll see which motherfuckers win out. And maybe Trump wins and they don't do nothing to him. Maybe that's how this goes. Even though I talked earlier about how the conservatives really wasted a golden opportunity with the past 4 years, especially like a lot of the quote unquote thought leaders. Maybe they get 4 years to try to actually do this shit right. Cause I still don't feel. I mean, yeah, there are some weird motherfuckers, but when I look at normal everyday people, I don't see this. Like I don't see. I mean, yeah, I guess I say that I have seen a couple Kamala signs in the neighborhood. So I don't want to say there's not normal people who go for Kamala. I mean, maybe they're Freemasons and shit. I don't know, but nice camera. Oh boy, I can't see. I'm about to die. Shit. This is a hack. Hack, mod, ROM, whatever. There we go. You can do this neo-Yassiism. Oh, yeah. Let's see how this shit go. Let's see how this shit goes. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to watch. I don't know about fun, but it's going to be interesting to watch. Imagine putting a political bumper sticker. I've seen those too. Imagine thinking your beliefs are that important that you gotta put a bumper sticker. That's wild work. But people want it. People want to show how they feel. And like I said, political signs. I think, especially nowadays, you know, we have a society brain rotted, post-pandemic, searching for identity. You know, I'm in Texas, so we talk about defiance. You put a Kamala sign. Granted, it's a, you know, they talk about Texas being a little more purple. This is the Houston area. But you put a Kamala sign, that's just an act of defiance. Put a Trump sign as an act of defiance. People like, and sorry, Zero, you're gonna die. You're dying. I cannot see. This camera is excellent. Excellent shit. Zero's dead. Not Zero, X. Oh, shit. Oh, you're still dead, brother. And people put political... I'm sorry to drown this guy. People put political signs and bumper stickers, and they swear somebody give a fuck about that. But I mean, that's the zeitgeist. And like I've said, you know, I'm not even an anti-Trump dude. I'm not a pro-Trump dude, but I'm not anti-Trump. His followers and some of the weird cult leaders. So y'all yelled at Rogan for saying something for liking RFK, but now all of a sudden y'all like him because he liked Trump. And I like RFK. Shit, he's one of the few politicians to say what I said about the food system being jank as fuck. And actually, you know, make content and say, you know, he wants to do something about it. Listen, the Orange Man say he wanted to team up with the Orange Man for it. You know, make America healthy again. I'm all for that shit. And do more to make healthier food more accessible to Americans as a whole. Bro, you want to talk about some important shit. You know, we talk about this brain rot. Yeah, a lot of it is social media, obviously. But being healthier overall people, that helps too, man. That helps your decision making. It helps your thinking. Just me slightly getting healthier is okay. I want to be a little bit more positive. You know what I'm saying? Just because granted I had this fucking discussion, but you know, I don't want to just be doom and gloom all the time. Why? Because it's just fucking a little bit healthier. You feel a little bit better. You just don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Want to contribute a little more. Yeah, that's his voice is jacked up. That unfortunately is, and that's crazy to think. If well, it's not crazy to think because we know that politics are as much of a popularity contest as anything. But like, I've heard almost nothing but good ideas from RFK. Yeah, I don't know what it is with this camera. It's just jank. Because it is zoomed in. And maybe I could adjust it with some of the settings. I don't know. But it's... Yeah, I know that it's a marketing and it's a, you know, popularity contest. But, I mean, like I said, I've heard almost nothing but positive stuff out of RFK's mouth, if you can understand him. I can't even do an impression because it just sounds like... So, you know what I mean? Did he actually? I'm about to say someone had his vocal cords crushed. Isn't that what happened? Is that what happened? But he, unfortunately, that voice is unelectable, which is ridiculous. But also, you know, that's the way of the world. Oh shit! I didn't know what that was. Oh fuck! Oh, he got sick. Okay. mess up his vocal cord. That sucks. It's funny because he's in pretty good shape. I don't know how old he is. I think he's in the 60s, 70s. But he's in fucking incredible shape for that age, man. Hopefully I can get to that shape by that age. Goddamn. It is, it's a pageant show. And he just like doesn't fit the paradigm. What a family, the fucking Kennedys, man. Crazy stuff about the Kennedys. Just the on record stuff. The fucking, I guess it would be RFK's aunt, the one sister that, then they tried like some brain rot lobotomy, or they did something to try to help her, some experimental fucking brain surgery, and then she ended up fucked up for the rest of her life. And they don't really talk about her, to the fact that he was a bootlegger, to the fact that Kennedy, JFK, or I'm talking about, I said bootlegger, Papa Kennedy, JFK, and I guess I should say senior, because obviously there's a JFK and RFK Jr. Well, there was a JFK Jr. That's another thing. JFK Jr.'s plane crashing. But you know, fucking Kennedy find out, hey, there's a whole fucking secret society, and this fucking, and they're fucking things up. We should probably do something about it. Oh wait, let me go to Dallas in this car with no top. That was a great idea. Shout out to his security detail. We talking about these motherfuckers with Trump. They're not cursed, they're enemies to control. Yeah. I think they just thought because they let a bootlegger in that his family would play along. But the more they found out about how fucked up shit was, they were like, nah, we ain't gonna do this shit. And they kept getting their heads taken off, unfortunately. Yeah, you're right. It is a curse in their book. Cursed by giving a shit. Cursed by finding this shit out. Like, nah, we ain't about to go out like that. And it's like, well, you are about to go out. Whether you want to or not. And then after it keep happening, it's like, well, shit, you gonna keep fighting. Because it's like, look what they done done to my fucking family. I ain't about to just take this shit lying down. Bootleg, what's his name? What the fuck is the patriarch of the Kennedys? Yeah, they did lobotomize her. Okay, so I didn't make that. Oh, I didn't make none of this shit up, but I did remember that. What's his name? Kennedy, the fucking JFK and RFK's dad. I thought he was a bootlegger or somewhere involved with that. Obviously, they kind of made a fictional account of him in Boardwalk Empire, but I know he was something. He was something fairly criminal, or slightly, you know, something along those lines. But hey, shit. As mentioned, I just have an internet connection and a high school degree from the middle of nowhere, Michigan. So he was a bootleg. Okay, sorry, okay. You know, and a lot of marijuana that's done a number on my memory. Oh shit. So I misremember shit all the time or get shit wrong. So I don't want to. I mean, just in general, don't quote me on shit. Do your own research. You tell me what the fuck's happening. Which a lot of times you guys do shit. You know, I ain't saying y'all don't. But I'm just a pothead on the internet, bro. Nothing more, nothing less. Like to think I'm somewhat creative some of the time, but I ain't nothing special. I don't know everything. I get shit wrong. I can get shit right every orange moon. Not even on blue ones, orange ones. They're even rarer. Jesus. Take the wheel. Is this the... I need that. Okay. This is decent music. How long? What time? It's 3. Yeah, we should probably maybe next start. I should get out of here. I appreciate everybody showing up. This has been an interesting conversation. I know I've been ranting more than, I try to read you guys' comments and as much as I can. Hopefully I have, man. I don't want to charge y'all $100 for just to get your comment read. Yeah, they are Catholics. You're right. WASP police don't appreciate the escapades into the politics. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. And that was one of the few non-WASPs. Shit, even half of what? Am I correct that even technically half of Obama is considered a WASP? Which I know that's pretty. I don't know what the right phrase for it. Kind of in and out doing some work. Hey, I appreciate you being here at all. How's everything with you, Kai, man?
Mission accomplished.
You got married and all sorts of stuff, if I remember correctly. Wet work. No. Got a whole bunch of stuff going on with you, man. Life's been crazy. Yeah. Hope everything's good, man. And congrats, man. Somebody's got to do it. We just can't just die out as a species. Like, the fuck? We're literally going to die out as a species? That's just over. I get the economic stuff to some extent. But, like, man, we just. This ain't right, man. People need to couple up. Like, that's just human. You know what I'm saying? It's against human nature. Want to get back to streaming, try to figure out a steady schedule. Fair enough. Man, we got this inhuman nature that we just supposed to accept as normal and natural. Like, it's not. Men need women, women need men, and that's how it's always been. And yeah, we might argue, fuss, and fight, but we can still make it all right. Shit, like, what the fuck? But people, people want to let other people into their relationship. They want to let social media into their relationship. They want to let social media into their mindset. And I'm not saying everything on social media is bullshit, but a good 95% of it is. And you should absolutely not be letting social media dictate your marriage or what you think, or I could get somebody better because I got somebody in my DMs. And I blame women for that, but it's enough men that fuck around because of that shit too. Just like, what the fuck? Chappy, you know what I'm saying? We're doomed. Yeah, once identity politics as a whole, and then the right just played the opposite of the left instead of saying, wait, these things should not be politicized. How you gonna politicize man versus woman? And there's people who run with it. Oh yeah, women are more liberal, but us guys, we're more conservative. No. We're all stupid. We need each other. The fuck? And then this anti-woman shit. Listen, I'm not saying this anti-man shit we should take it lying down, or we shouldn't combat it. But I don't think this ain't it, Chief. To just, red pill, motorcycles and all, he's dead.
Not done yet.
Yeah, it's the same shit. We don't need no men or we don't need women. It's the same shit. And I think more people are starting to realize that shit. I'm not saying that there was no valid criticisms from the quote unquote red pill. But it definitely devolved. And I said that early on and got shit for one of my very early videos. It's got Morpheus. It's one of the videos from my channel did okay. Got a couple hundred views. But I was talking about the red pill, about MGTOW being pretty much the same as feminism and why it is. And of course, it's not feminism and it's not a movement. It's okay, man. Well, that's not true. Like, And then everyone had the same talking points. Like the fact that you all said the same thing is proof that it has now become a movement. Maybe it was not intended to be a movement. It's not, you can't determine that anymore. When there are channels, when Pearls exist and Kevin Samuels, and there are people making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars off of it, it ceased to just be some philosophy. No. It's a movement. It absolutely is a movement. It's more than just some maybe at one time it was just some motherfuckers in forums talking about, oh man, the family courts, am I right? But it became something else. Yeah, Meninism. So riding around the shells, the cool shit. This game was awesome. That's why it's cool to play this mod. Even, mixing the Mega Man mechanics with the Mario mechanics in a very, new system. Shit, I might play more Mario 64 mods and modded old games. I already got the... I don't know. Did I say next star and then keep playing? I think I did. Oh, well. Oh, shit. I think I did. You know what, guys? I'm about to call it. It's 3 a.m. I'm at 3 hours. I'm going to call it. This has been fun, though. I'm going to try to do Synthwave Saturday night. Tomorrow night. This week is the week I start recording for the fucking album. And then hopefully record some videos for some freestyles and shit like that. Oops. Hopefully this auto save. It'll suck if it didn't. And get some of the music stuff going. But we will do Synthwave Saturday night tomorrow night. And, I'll still try to keep streaming. I'm going to have some time off so I can work on some of this album. So hopefully I can work on this album this weekend and my time off this week. And then I will let you know, I've been teasing it. I will do a stream. Was it Wednesday? And, I'll talk about it on Wednesday. In any event, I appreciate Fizz, Kai, Richard, Cincha Dildo. I know Forbidden Room was here. Lovely Sherry was here for a little bit. I probably scared Sharita off. I'm not sure. I was talking about Candace always being an articulate hood. Happy Dinosaur. Anyone else? Blame my head, not my heart if I forget about you. I appreciate everybody being here and watching me rant and talk shit and play a modded old game. Yeah, plug your shit. Fun Size Fiction, yes. Please plug your shit. It's a bunch of Kai short stories. Cool idea. And good stuff. So I will talk to all you guys later. Like I said, tomorrow, if you on the music channel, Synthwave Saturday night. And speaking of Synthwave, I just heard a new Time Cop project that came out either today or yesterday. And then I meant to say this. I finally heard Alchemist. What is it? The Something Articulate. That shit is cold as fuck. So I finally heard Alchemist tape. His solo, basically a solo album, like 8 tracks. But him spitting, he's actually improved a ton as an MC. And that was a really good project. So I just wanted to say that before I go. What is it called? Let me get the name right. And listening to both of those projects kind of back to back, like, yeah, this is why I got to do fucking music. It's like I love music. I don't give a fuck if I make a dime off the shit. I just love this shit. So I just, and you probably already have it in the chat. Let me see. Alchemist. Yeah, this shit's cold. What is it called? Oh my God. I just looked up. Alchemist has the same birthday as my mom. What the fuck are the odds? I know a lot of people got October birthdays, but Jesus Christ. It's the Something Articulate, and I can't fucking find it. Oh, well. But it's a cold project. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Look at that encouragement for Cincha Dildo. You know it's a crazy era. That's the spirit. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.